Good morning, my dear students. In the previous chapter, you have read about what is economics. You also studied about the role and importance of statistics in economics. In this chapter, you will study the sources of data and the mode of data collection. The purpose of collection of data is to show evidence for reaching a sound and clear solution to a problem. In economics, you often come across a statement like this. After many fluctuations, the output of food grains rose to 176 million tons in 1990-91 and 199 million tons in 96-97, but fell to 194 million tons in 97-98. Production of food grains then rose continuously and touched 212 million tons in 2001-2. In this statement, you can observe that the food grain production in different years does not remain the same. It varies from year to year and from crop to crop. As these values vary, they are called variables. The variables are generally represented by the letters x, y, or z. Each value of a variable is an observation. You must be wondering, where do data come from and how do we collect these? In the following sections, we will discuss the types of data, method and instruments of data collection, and sources of obtaining data. Collection of data is the first and foremost for statistical investigation. It is the process of depositing and measuring information on targeted variables in an established systematic manner, which then enable us to answer relevant questions and evaluate outcomes. Statistical data can be obtained from two sources, primary and secondary. Primary source, the enumerator, that means the person who collects data, may collect the data by conducting an inquiry or an investigation. Such data are called primary data as they are based on first-hand information. Suppose you want to know about the popularity of a film star among school students. For this, you will have to inquire from a large number of school students by asking questions from them to collect the desired information. The data you get is an example of primary data. Secondary data. If the data have been collected and processed means scrutinized and tabulated by some other agency, they are called secondary data. They can be obtained either from published sources such as government reports, documents, newspapers, books written by economists, or from any other sources. For example, a website. Thus, the data are primary to the source that collects and processes them for the first time and secondary for all sources that later use such data. Use secondary data saves time and cost. For example, after collecting the data on the popularity of the film star among students, you publish a report. If somebody uses the data collected by you for a similar study, it becomes secondary data. How do we collect the data? Do you know how a manufacturer decides about the product or how a political party decides about the candidate? They conduct a survey by asking questions about a particular product or candidate from a large group of people. The purpose of surveys is to describe some characteristics like price, quality, usefulness in the case of product, and popularity, honesty, loyalty in the case of candidate. The purpose of the survey is to collect data. Survey is a method of gathering information from individuals. Thank you.